First problem, I'm going through some of the classic problems. I'm looking at translation into and from German, from any other language, your favorite language, although some examples, probably most, are actually in English. And I've given some French there for anybody who has struggles with the English. Okay. First example is a wonderful term, Gemeinde. How would you translate Gemeinde, just as a word? Help me, please, on my far left. Gemeinde. No idea. Keine Ahnung. Huh? Okay. On my far right, Gemeinde. Please, sir. You, looking at your beautiful laptop. I'm just asking you what the term Gemeinde means. Gemeinde. 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 Thank you. Very good. Community. Sound good? Community. All right. Now we have some sentences. We want to see if we can translate it as community. Okay? Lock that in. Wichtigste demokratische Organ in einer Gemeinde ist die Vertretung der Bürger, der Gemeinderat. Okay? And we could translate that as the mysterious lady behind the mysterious gentleman. Can you see it there? Yeah, give me a translation. Just try. Hey, who's doing that? Oh, good. Yes, I was shooting for her, but you're fine. The most important democratic organ, yes? Bürger, anybody? Citizens, thank you, well done. The Community Council. Does this sound good to everybody? You all agree? We can use community here. Yeah? Sorry? Organ sounds like a heart or a lung or something. It's sort of democratic body or organization or institution. Body I like myself here. Organ would pass, okay? But no. Now I'm not so sure because I took this from the website it's like a small town, okay, an administrative unit. And in English, there is no such administrative unit as a community. Community is a sociological term for people coming together, but you don't have communities in English. You have, yes, please, help me. Sorry? County, depending on what country you're in. In Ireland, they have counties, all right? And there's Orange County in California, so they might have them there somewhere, okay? Some English-speaking countries have counties. Very good. But not all. So, oops. All right, any other suggestions? Was war das denn? Oh, no, that's not fair. There was another. I was doing all this. Good, vielen Dank. Yeah. Okay, thank you for the girl. Yes, well done, sir. You've made his day. Okay, Gemeinde. Here we are. Okay, we're on this one. All right? So we're in this problem that Gemeinde has a general sense. One of the recurrent problems in all translating is this, that terms have general meanings, loose meanings, because communication is loose in general, okay? And sometimes technical meaning, and it can be the same word. And this is the whole game of terminology and phraseology. And when it's technical, sometimes the two societies just don't match. That's why you translate, because they're different. Now, this is a classical headache, because Gemeinde is an administrative term in the German language and not in English. I need a solution. Community is not it. County is not it, because counties don't exist anywhere. Yes, please. Municipality is really nice, and it's the one I use sometimes. Okay, why? Because municipality in European discourse covers all the smaller units of administration. It's already a superordinate for something at about this level. Okay, so municipality is actually very good because it can be administrative and general at the same time. Any other suggestions? Okay, a similar one that I sometimes use, I've translated tons of economics and sociology and all sorts of rubbish like this all the time. District is one of my favorite words because a district is technical, but it can also be of any particular, it's not of any particular size. It can be a little district or a big district. Municipality or district. These are your stock in trade, these terms that can pass as being technical, but are not too specific for you to be wrong when we're doing our risk management. Royal Baby 2 ist geboren. You see, I'm getting topical things that you'll be interested in. So freut sich die Twitter-Gemeinde über Kate's. Twitter-Gemeinde here is Twitter community, I think. Here, or anything general. Okay? The community is general enough. Here, it's not technical. So you've got the obviously the two different levels. Community works sometimes, but other times you need something a little more. That sounds as though it's technical without being. And then here, herzlich willkommen auf der Webseite der Gemeinde Schwarzenberg, which I think is in Switzerland. Schwarzenberg. What do you want to call Schwarzenberg? Anybody? Sorry? Town? Village? Wouldn't they say Dorf? Wouldn't they say Stadt? Dorf? I don't know. I haven't been there. Anybody been to Schwarzenberg in the Schweiz? Any? No solutions.
Not the exact same formulation in the first case. It's referring to the same thing.
It's a bit more specific, okay, because this is one particular. I mean, the first one concerns a model of how town or city halls operate in the German system. Here we've got this actual place, and you could go in and find out how many people are there, and then just figure out if it's a village or a town or a small city, okay? But hey, that's a lot of work, that's a lot of effort. Or leave it out. Welcome to the website of Schwarzenberg. Hey, you're not wrong. Nobody will notice. Nobody will care. And if you think it is important, I mean, write to them. Ask them, hey, what do you want? You know, if your client is the Gemeinde Schwarzenberg, then you'd ask the client and say, look, is it okay if I just leave this one out? Because it's a website. You want to welcome people. You don't want technical stuff in there that's going to upset them. Okay? Strategic omission, ladies and gentlemen, solves a lot of problems very fast. Just don't tell anyone outside of our small Gemeinde. I would like you now to translate these two sentences. One or the other. If you don't like English, do the French. It's not going to help you. I would like you to write your translation. I have to correct myself. I presented an overview of the translation profession, right, in a previous lecture. And last week, at a conference, somebody came up to me and said, you left out the most important thing. It's a woman who has a company, a translation company in Paris, and an American colleague who works for a bank in Geneva. And they said, you forgot to say that translators in Europe earn over 100,000 euros a year. Okay? And I said, how many of you are there? We don't know. But some do. Okay? So I left that out. You know how they earn 100,000 euros a year and above? Well, living in Geneva, working for a big bank, okay? Working on high-risk texts and situations of confidentiality, so they have to be trusted. And they go fast. All right. Madrileños, if you could Google that. It's the people who live in Madrid. Okay. How did you render that? Blonde girl sitting right there. There's only one blonde girl. That's you. Yes. Madrileños. Whichever language you're translating into. Madrileño. Okay, that's Italian, right? Good. This is text. Why have they put a Spanish word in the English text? Nope. They're Madrilistas. Oh, I know that because I'm for Barca. So that's the enemy. Okay. No, the Madrileños, if you look up the Spanish, they're the people who live in Madrid. Okay, Madrilistas are the ones who support Real Madrid. Bad. Okay. Now, you have the choice. You can put it in German, or Italian, or Polish, or whatever language you're working into. But think, why does the author use the Spanish term here? Yes, please. Yes, there is. People who live in Madrid. It's longer, it's a bit boring, and in the context, you can work out what it means for people who live in Madrid, and it gives local colour. Like people write about Spain and they talk about paellas and fiestas and siestas. That's the other thing they use all the time. Okay. Now, translators tend to think that we have to translate everything into the target language. Okay? It's all in Italian, all in German, all in Polish. Not so. You can use the local terms if the context will carry its meaning. Okay? Which I think you can then. This example is given by Newmark as one where you can do two translations. You could put the most important democratic body in a Gemeinde, and in brackets, small administrative unit. Okay? If it's highly technical, you can do both. You can put the German word and explain it in English. Here, it's a newspaper article. Explanations are a bit unworldly, but you could say Madrileños, the people who live in Madrid, if you want to. You can have two translation solutions if you're unhappy with just one. It's possible. You are not required to only go into one language. You can mix languages because people do. And you're not required to just have one solution for one problem. Take two. Why not? Okay? Surprisingly, überraschend or something, unworldly. That's a lovely concept. Unworldly. What have you got? Give me some suggestions. Yes, please. Weltfremd, I love that. I have no idea I've never heard that before, but it's it, you know. Foreigner in the world. Because you had realitätfremd, which is nice too, yes? I don't think it's a bad quality in the context. They're just not. Look, I put it into French. I didn't know how to do it, and I could think what he's talking about is they're not materialist. They go out singing and dancing all night and getting drunk, and they got no money.